here we go. Man, you ever have one of those mornings you wake up and you're just trying to decide whether it's going to be if it's going to be a pants day or is it going to be a shorts day? You wake up, you know, you you open up a window and you put your arm out there and everything, and you're just trying to navigate how the environment feels around you. And it's just a tad bit too warm for pants, but then it's just a tad bit too cold for shorts. you know? So then you roll with the pants. And then about 2 hours go by, and you're thinking, why didn't I just put the shorts on? It feels like it's 80 degrees out here now. You know, like God just played this trick on you. You know, like the Lord was like, I know what you did. I know what you picked. Well, I'm going to go with the opposite of what you decided to wear. Well, the day was one of those days, man. And they make all sorts of different types of pants for males. And it seems like they, make pants, like jean pants or whatever that never fit right. And, they're always just a little too bit, like you're sagging in the back, like you're smuggling, Arby's across some state lines or something. Or, they're just a little too tight. So you're walking around looking like probably like you're feeling like like a French lesbian type of lady, that likes sipping fizzy water and does basket weaving or something like that. Because that's what they do. The French, the Italians, whatever, they got that tight fit, if you know what I'm talking about. And let's be honest, some guys just need to stay away from shorts. Especially though, those men out there that wear those what are they called? Those nut hugger shorts. You know what I'm talking about? Those old school basketball shorts. It rides all the way up your thigh, and everyone's like, damn, kid, like, did you just crawl out of the time capsule that took place in, 1942 or 68 or something? Like, where'd you get those damn things from, huh? But, anyone remember John Stockton? He played for the Utah Jazz and was one of the best point guards in NBA history. And, don't get me wrong, this man was a bad man, And if you were trying to guard him or whatever, he'd shed you like some dead skin coming off your damn grandmother's heel bone. You know what I'm talking about? But this man, he would just run up and down that court with these short sleeve shorts. And, and you could tell that, those shorts were on the, they were on the brink of cutting oxygen off to his, let's be polite today, his Rocky Mountain oysters and his wiener, of course, And thank goodness that they don't do that anymore. They switched it up. They got little, they got shorts at least that come down to your knees. And I know that, plenty of females don't like that sort of thing. They want to see a male's kneecap. But from a male's perspective, we like our stuff a little bit longer than what it needs to be. So, but I guess my question is, which one are you? Are you a short person? Or are you a pants person? So, I don't know. I'll let you decide. So, what's up, everyone? We're taping this here live from Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome to beginning of the week. It's Monday, February, I think it's the 27th, if I'm not mistaken, 2023. I'm Zach Westfall, and thank you for joining us today in this present time. Damn, man, I'm telling you, man, that damn pants short thing, I hate to keep going on about it or whatever, but the seasons are changing, and I see guys wearing pants all year round. I'm not checking out dudes or anything, but it's just one of those things, Should I go with pants today or should I go with shorts today? I mean, don't you hate being that indecisive about things that are, I just hate being that indecisive, that, about things that are just so damn easy, I guess, But that's what I do sometimes. I'm like a squirrel, I guess, if you want to say that, I'm like a squirrel that hesitates, trying to cross the road, in these situations, if you get what I'm saying. Those ones. That squirrel's just sitting there on in a patch of grass, or like some straw, or maybe some pine needles, and he's just over there eating a damn nicotine lozenge, or maybe an acorn, or maybe playing he's been playing red light, green light with the traffic for the last like 5 or 10 minutes. And, I mean, really, he just wants to make it over to the other side because he's got that, he hears that little female hamster, that other squirrel across the way. And she wants him to come on over, because she has something that she wants to share with him. And he's got something that he wants to share with her. That batch of nuts. So he goes for it. And, he gets about a quarter of the way over across the road and everything. And then something happens inside him, in his head, And he just turns around, and he's just like, no, I can't do this, I can't do that, So he runs back over to where he just was, where he came from, and so now he's got to do the whole process all over again, And sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like I just can't make it across the road. Sometimes, Sometimes I just feel like I'm that wishy-washy squirrel. That just seem, that doesn't seem to make or can't make a decision sometimes. And they say that you should typically go with your first instinct or choice, because that's the best one most of the time, But to be honest, for me, I think that only works just for me. I don't know about you guys out there, but for me, it only works about maybe 40% of the time. And then if you ask me, I'm probably not the only one that thinks that, but it's maybe, I don't know. That's just the way it feels, I guess. So, anyways, for any of you guys that are just listening and not watching this on YouTube or whatever, I did pick, I did choose pants. So if anyone's listening out there, again, that's what I picked. So, thank you for joining us again. Today, sorry, got to get a little drink of this water, man. It's been hot today. Uh, but damn, man, what's been going on with you guys? What's been going on? What's been going on? Um, so I had a buddy of mine that does culinary. And culinary is one of those trades where people dress up like doctors, I guess, and wear, those hats that look like, that they're trying to hide like, half a damn pound of marijuana or underneath that damn thing, or maybe a small pack of I don't know, condoms or something, I mean, you pick whatever. I mean, they're not displaying everything that they have brought with them. So, but these people make food from all different parts of animals and pieces of a garden or whatever. Like a squash or a zucchini or a tomato or something like that. And I'd say most people think that culinary is one of those things that okay, I think, and I'd say that I'm trying to gather up my thoughts real quick, but I'd say most people think culinary is something that most people think they can do it, but they really can't. My mom, I guess, she's a perfect example if you ask me. My mom thought she was one of those people. She thought opening up a box of crackers, and some cheese, or maybe she's cracking open some crackers and slapping that heavy cheddar, cube on them and that sort of thing. She thought that was culinary skills and that sort of deal. But I'm just letting you know right now, that's just cheese and crackers, and that isn't really culinary if you ask me. And I have to tell you that, Mom, but it just is. It's not culinary, And then in some places, most places you sit down and you have soup or some type of sandwich, maybe a tuna, or maybe, they're doing little cubes or slices or cutlets of some salami, or maybe some other, small farm hen or something like that, that has crackers, sitting there, and she thought that's an appetizer and a half. I mean, her culinary skills were pretty much one of those. Remember soup that came out of a can? I mean, we always do. I mean, that would be a thing she would serve my sister and I, and pretend that it took her hours and hours and hours to make it. And it was always the soup, that you didn't want, that she like provided for you. You remember those types of soups, that damn, fuck, dude. Some cream of chowder or cheeseburger. Remember cheeseburger soup? When you poured it out, out of the can and all that stuff, it just looked like a blended up McDonald's. Just looked like a blended up McDonald's. A number one or a number 6 or whatever it was. It looked like Grimace just jerked off the Hamburglar and threw it in a can. And I'm sorry if that's a little grotesque or whatever, but that's what it looked like. You peel off the top and it like congeals to itself and all that. Yeah, Mom thought that she was that culinary expert at some point in time. So, shit, man, what was I fucking talking about? Man, I hate when I do that shit. I get going on something and then I can't remember what I was talking about. And then all of a sudden, something else pops into my head and then it just, oh, wait, hold on. I remember. My buddy, he's been thinking about opening up a small restaurant here in Asheville. And, this cat's from Philadelphia. And, Philly, if you haven't been there, it's a place really known for, Rocky, the Eagles, violent crimes, and that damn cracked Christmas bell or whatever it was, right? So if you're interested in pulling out a gun on somebody in an Eagles jersey and maybe doing some boxing later or whatever, that's maybe a place you should check out, I guess. But he's going to open up a spot probably around here, and he's gonna make that dang man, how do you say it in Spanish? That dang queso de filete de queso. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, he's really going to get in there and make that cheesesteak. That's what he's bringing to Asheville, maybe. And this man has been working in the kitchen for most of his life. And, but, he was trying to, he's just tired of working for somebody else, and he wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to be his own boss. So, he's going to try to sling a couple of those saucy steaks, out and about around here and see how that goes. So, when I was talking to him, he said that he didn't think that he could do it. But then his girlfriend, she pushed him and because he's kind of like me, he's that wishy-washy, squirrel. He doesn't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, or, should I do this? Or should I do that? I don't know. It's just one of those things that, it's just being indecisive. He's that indecisive squirrel, I guess. And I know there's a lot of squirrel talk around this episode, but, he just needed that little extra push. And so anyways, now he's in the stages of getting, his business plan going. And, and that's taken about like 2 or 3 months to do, he said. And, and he's just going to see if he can do it or not around here. Because this place doesn't have a good cheesesteak anything. It comes from some Italian place, that a restaurant. And those Italian restaurants, they got all sorts of other items on the menu. But he's just going to particularly just work with, that foot-long meatery, I guess. So, and it may take another year before he says, like, let's do this. But if it takes that long, then shit, man. At least he's taking his time and he's not rushing into things. And and if that's what he wants to do, then that's all right. All of it's going to take time. I mean, great things come with time. I don't even know why people don't take the time in life, to make sure that's what they want, But when I spoke to him, he explained to me, how, what was going on and how everything, what was going on with everything. And just, to be honest, I was just sitting there listening to him and how he sounded so damn joyful and just excited about, like, doing something for himself, And to be honest, man, that got got me, that struck up a little encouragement, in myself. So I've been, to be honest, I've been saying this all year long to myself and to other people, and after this conversation with him, man, he just really got my freaking got my motor running, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to get out there, and I'm going to let my guard down. And, because one thing I'm realizing as I get older is you should never be afraid of being embarrassed. I mentioned that a couple episodes ago, that I like to draw, and, and I've been doing that for most of my life, and now I'm thinking about posting a couple drawings on InstaSlam, to see what people think about them. And, I've never posted anything on Instagram before in my entire existence because of me thinking that, I'm going to embarrass myself somehow. So, but then, I started thinking, Zach, what's more, you say embarrassing shit about yourself and to other people, you guys out there, I'm always spitting out embarrassing things on this podcast, so just posting a couple of drawings. Why not take that leap and put some of my work out there and see what happens? I'm sure that there's going to be some people that think that it's just sheer fucking shit, but then maybe some others, may think it's cool, it's awesome, and maybe something that, might spark an interest in you. Maybe you have a hobby that you haven't really dove into that much or whatever, or you took a break from, and maybe this will spark a little interest in yourself. So, but you never know unless you try. And I hate to sound so damn cliche, and I'm trying to use my words a little bit more professionally, I guess, or not even professionally. Shit, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. Just like this podcast. I'll never know what this is going to turn into unless I try and I keep at it. So, we have to remind ourselves, man, that nothing incredible fucking happens overnight. Things take time, and that's just what it is. So, but for all you listeners out there, if you aren't looking at the video or whatever, this is something that I've been working on, a little Tupac Shakur, and it's probably a bad you really can't see shit from there, but I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna see what happens, and that's what it's gonna be. So I'm gonna put myself out there this year. And put myself out there. So, but things do take time. I don't understand how we've gotten so out of touch with time, I guess. Not to switch subjects, I guess, but that, this is just the way my mind works, How do we get so out of touch with that shit? It seems like, nowadays we want things right here, right now. Like you're supposed to, snap your fingers and poof, there it is, right there. Like, poof. I want a busty Burnett, to serve me some damn buffalo wings and wash my car at the same time. I'll sit in the damn driver's seat. She could do rounds and just toss a damn drumstick into my damn throat, and I'll keep the hot sauce or whatever in a cup holder. I'll just chug that bitch that way. She could just feed me the wings, or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but things do always, it's man, instant gratification is so damn toxic, you know? And it seems like everybody just wants that insta hit. You know, we've become so impatient, you know, and for what? You know? Have you ever ordered a package and you look at your screen and you're like, is it here today? Is it here? You know, when is it going to come? Is it not? Why isn't it here? You know, and then once you get it, it just becomes, you know, a week goes by, then that package just kind of becomes damn just obsolete, I guess. You know, I mean, you know, and then you do it again and again and again. You know, almost like a person, you know, they can't be alone with themselves, you know? They have to, you know, they always have to be dating someone, or they say I love you within like a month. And then, you know, when things don't go well and the relationship ends, then, you know, a month goes by or 3 weeks go by, then they automatically jump into a damn new relationship. I don't understand that. What's the damn rush? You know? I mean, whatever happened to like, you know, self actualization? What happened to it? You know? I mean, isn't that what helps a person grow instead of just following every urge that you had? You know, damn, man, if I followed every shit, dude, if I followed every urge that I got going on within me, man, I'd either be dead or have a bunch of shit that I don't want on top of more ruined relationships that, fuck, dude, you know, and trust me, there's been plenty of ruined relationships, you know, mainly because of, you know, of stuff like that. Like, you know, they're looking for marriage too soon, or, you know, having kids, you know, they want to have kids too soon, or, you know, something. I mean, there's been so many things, you know, that instant grab, it's just ruined things. Like whatever happened just to get to know someone and spend time with them. You know, you can't know anybody after a damn year. I mean, dude, you know, just like that cat last week. You know, he was talking about moving in with his girlfriend. You know, was it too soon? Was it too fast? You know, I mean, and this all boils down to that. I mean, hopefully, you know, I can't remember that dude's name, and I wish I had it like right now. I think it was Travis. Travis, I'm positive that's what it was. You know, I mean, not to use you as an example or whatever, but, you know, people out there, like, maybe, you know, next time ask yourself, you know, is that what you really want? You know, do you need a new pair of shoes? Or do you need the new, you know, cell phone that just came out? I mean, do you need to check your social media all the time, every hour on the hour? I mean, what happened to just letting things just sit and just mellow, and, you know, like, you sit back for 72 hours on something, you know? At least that way you have some sort of perspective or some sort of outlook, you know, about, like, you know, maybe that impulse buy was a bad decision. You know, like, if my buddy, you know, just jumped into like what he was, you know, going to do, you know, with this restaurant or whatever, if he just jumped into it and then all of a sudden, like, things didn't work out the way he did because he was just, it was that impulse of wanting to get it done and get it in there and see what people think and all that stuff. You know, if he just jumped the gun and then all of a sudden failed, that would leave him, you know, just as frustrated as anybody, you know, trying to do whatever they're trying to do. I mean, hey man, you aren't going to be great at anything the first time. I mean, you may have that lucky four-leaf clover, riding down your backside or whatever the first time. First time I picked up a golf club or whatever, and I don't even like golf, but I hit the ball straight, and everyone's like, "Damn, how'd you do that? You haven't even picked up a golf club before." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know. I have no idea." And everyone's like, "Dang, you lied to us. You're that damn magician, gambler or whatever you want to call me. You're that hidden talent that you must be coming out to the golf course every damn 6 weeks or whatever, or every 6 weeks, damn every other day. Let's say that. And you're out here just hitting balls and putting from the rough and all that other shit. You know what I'm talking about? But but then all of a sudden, I have one good hit, one good swing, and one good, first time, and then next thing you know, next time I go out there, I play like some shit. Balls are hooking left and going right, and shit, man, their balls are ending up behind me somehow. I don't get it. But I guess, man, the thing that I'm trying to say is, putting space in between, like, those urges is a good thing. Next time, man, give yourself a couple days, 72 hours, think it over, see what's going on, with you, inside of you, and don't let anybody, tell you that you need to do this right away or not, or whatever, this is up to you. This is your decision. I just don't understand why we use time the way that we do now, I mean, what happened to, quality over that quantity? That's what I'm asking, I guess. But shit, man. So hey, I guess let's move on. How about we jump into this text that we got from another listener, which is, hey, even if it's one, that's all we've been really receiving every week is just one. But if you're out there and you're listening to us and you got a question or you want to share something with us, get at us at that voicemail number, that 828-630-9575, and let us know about what's happening with you guys out there. So yeah, let's jump into this thing, huh? So it looks like this dude, I don't know. I guess it is. Oh yeah, it's got to be a guy. Okay, it says, "Hey Zach, I was listening to one of your podcasts and you brought up living in Asheville. Do you like it there? My girlfriend's mom talks about it a lot and was wondering what it was like." Okay, well, Asheville, Asheville's a unique place. I've been here since '93, and to be honest, I wish I would have known your name. You didn't leave a name or whatever, but yeah, unique place. You get all four seasons, and you're in the mountains, and you get a lot of there's nice people around here. Some of them are a little, some of them got damn, man, I don't want to even say that. No, I'm not going to say that. I don't know. It takes a little while around here to get to know, people. People, I mean, they'll open up, but they won't open up the way that some cities will, I guess. Traffic sucks around here. The infrastructure sucks around here. If you're trying to get a job out here in the arts, or like draft, or not drafting, but like graphic design or something like that, man. This probably isn't the spot for you. If you're in the med part of life, you're working at the hospital, or you're doing some sort of psychology or something like that. Okay, that's all right. If you like, this is a big tourism place. So if you're in that tourist side of life, and this would be great for you. If you do stuff involved with water, kayaking, canoeing, damn, putting floaties on your fucking, your little brother's ankles and sending them down the French Broad, you can do that. Outdoorsy. If you aren't that outdoorsman person, this spot probably isn't for you. So, to be honest, I'm thinking about maybe packing up my gear and maybe moving away from here, because this place doesn't really have what it is that I wish they did. It doesn't serve a lot of not purpose, but it's tough to make it out here, and it's fucking expensive, man. So maybe if you want to come out here and visit, take a look, there's, get on the Parkway. I would say the fall time is probably the best time to come out here. Because that way you really get the feeling of what the mountains are around here. So, but it's a pretty place. It's just becoming too crowded, and there's more people coming in here than jobs. So, and a lot of there's a lot of rich people coming in here and kicking out the middle class. And I'll tell you one thing, I love it when people start pissing off rich people. I like that shit. You hear me out there? You want to go piss off a rich person? Fucking do it. Do it, and do it, boy. Girl, woman, it, them, they, whatever type of freaking cultural pronoun you want to use. Whatever, man. Whatever. Yeah, man. I mean, I wish a damn couple, woodsies or whatever would lay out a couch on some $1 million property and just crack open a damn Bud Light and smoke a bunch of old golds or whatever, and flick those bitches out into their yards, and just let them show them what real mountaineering is, I guess. So yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, dude. But yeah, I don't know. Make a trip out here. Take some time and see what it is. But I would say, like, you give yourself, a couple days, 3-4 days to really, like, get out there and discover what's around here. Because since the traffic's been so fucking bad now, back in the day, 10 years ago, you could make it from one side of the other, to the other, one side of town to the other side of town. And, the total trip would probably be like 20 minutes. Now you're going to be, it'll take you 40 minutes almost. But I don't know, man. Check it out. Bring your girlfriend and your girlfriend's mom, or, whatever you guys got going on. It sounds like you guys got a threesome happening somewhere. And I'll tell you one thing, Asheville may be one of those places to do that at. So, but yeah, I hope that answers your question, man. So, guys, I'm gonna ride out of here. This week is gonna be a little bit difficult. And I'm not trying to get into personal stuff or whatever, but my dad is having a heart procedure done, so I was gonna go over and check on him and make sure that he's doing okay and if he needed anything and that sort of stuff. So I hope things go well on this upcoming Tuesday. So haven't been getting a lot of sleep because that's been in my head, on top of thinking about my mom's culinary skills. So, goddamn cheeseburger soup, dude. I mean, who the fuck make a cheeseburger soup? Shit. Well, guys, thank you for joining us, and I appreciate you guys being here with me. Wish my dad all the best. I wish your families all the best, and we'll get at you next week. All right, so get out there and do something. Don't be that wishy-washy squirrel. Don't be this thing. Be that rock solid, alligator or elephant or lamb or llama, yeah, whatever they're called, fucking, well, you pick it. You pick your zoo animal. So, all right, guys, stay true to yourself, and, we'll catch you next time, all right? All right, guys, be well. Love you.